Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Bleach 1000 Year Blood War, the conflict episode number 9 reaction. Right, the previous episode we had the battle between Parankajas and Mayuri. At first Zaki tried to, fight him, but Parankajas was more of a technical type of a fighter. His way of battling doesn't really suit Zaraki, so he easily took Zaraki out or was almost going to take him out, but Mayuri saved them. And and against Mayuri, yeah, Pankajas was completely defeated like thoroughly. Also, Pankaj's true identity was the other hand of the Soul King, and he has this power of shooting nerves into the other people's nerves and controlling them and destroying them from the inside, that kind of thing. Right, but Mari took care of it. Mari used the modified Ashiko Jizo and his modified Bankai to take Parankajas out. But I don't know. I'm getting a weird feeling because there was a section when Nemu was kind of saying something like, oh, she was hinting like something is wrong. And the way the battle ended so easily, I don't know. I have my doubts. So let's see what happens today. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it whichever is your preference, and let's begin. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh no. What did I say? Like I said, he said that nerves layers are outside. What about the inside? Well, right. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Oh, bro, this is Kyoraku we're talking about. Oh no. Wait, what the hell? Bro, I never liked this guy. He speaks too much. Even in the previous. Oh! Here we go. Oh boy. Oh! Oh! Well, you were spewing your mouth too much. Like, I never liked him from the very beginning, this guy. Like, he's too cocky, or I don't know what do you call this. Like, he's just like like even in the previous part, he kept talking and talking and talking. Like, what? Just stop. Like, pissed me off. Oh boy. Like, and here's the thing. His way of talking is like, looking down on the others without any type of baseless confidence. That's what I call it. Like, that's what pissed me off so much. Like, I'm like, bro, stop. Just stop, man. I want Kyoraku to just shut him up, hopefully. Let's see. And this is Kyoraku we're talking about. We haven't really seen anything related to him that much up until now. So I feel like this will be a good one. This matchup. Okay. He uses colors to do something. Like he was in the shadow. That's why he could come out from the shadow. Dharma-san. Yep. Oh, he doesn't know. That makes sense. Oh, wait. N- She's also here. Wait, how did she come here? Hmm. Damn. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. I don't think that's all. I feel like there's something he's hiding. He's always hidden from. Yeah. Okay. Must be in a location. Ah. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. I guess. Okay. That's before it. Oh. Wait. Okay. I need to read this part again. If you are caught moving, you lose. Yeah. Okay. I don't think so. I think he. Yeah. Wasn't an illusion. What? I don't- Oh. Oh. Wow, you can do that. Yeah. You you're too damn cocky. Sit down. Yeah. Wait, is this Hinamori? I cannot recognize her. And her voice as well. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. You would have said that. Yeah, he told us to move. Like we should move. Hmm. Yeah. Oh. Oh, no, I don't think so. Oh! Yeah, he's using the Oni. Oh, X, okay. Yeah, we've seen. That's why, oh damn, that's why he hit him from there. You fired me after. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he's using multiple of them, one after the other. Damn. Oh, oh my god. Oh wow, you can just do that. That's crazy. That's why you could just remake it. Yeah. Oh, yo. Oh damn. Oh yeah, he did that. He did that. Damn. Oh my god. Hey. Okay, but he still hasn't used his um third time. Sense of the third. Both my eyes are open. Oh. Hmm. Interesting. Let open. For a brief moment, I see. That's what. Ah. What am I 3 times in combat? Oh, that's why. Okay. First Quincy that. Yeah, you are too cocky because of this, probably. Because you're the first Quincy. You're too damn prideful. Oh. Yep. This is his. What's it called? What the? Uh, What? He became a butterfly? Shift. This is called a shift, isn't it? Oh damn! Don't chase a shadow. But here's the thing. Shunsui hasn't shown his Bankai still. We don't know what that is. He has a trump card up his sleeve, hopefully. Damn. Oh god! Right, you cannot even stop. Oh! Oh, you can. What the? Oh, okay. Will that work? Oh, what? Okay, never mind. We're just here. Yeah. Hmm. Not experiencing issue poisoning. Oh god. Yeah. Wait, is he? Oh, he's using his Bankai? Okay. Yes, I was looking forward to this. I don't know what it is. Whoa. Oh, that's why he said, like, I hope I don't involve others. What the? There's something on his shoulder. Yeah. Oh my god, this is crazy. Yeah, it's yellowish. Yeah. It looks like a painting. Oh god, shut up. Oh! Disinfectant on that. As if sharing them. Oh. Oh, so all his wounds are. One cannot die. Okay. Yeah, it's Vanka. You had no information about this and you acted cocky. Oh! Oh my god. Chris wounding his adversary. Oh, because he regretted it because he's sharing it now. That's why it. Accepting the fate. Oh, wow. Yeah, what happened to your. I'm God's messenger. I am the. God. What? Whoa. Wait, is that her Zampak? His Zampak though? Yeah, we saw her in the filler arc. Well, yeah, you still think you can win this? Okay. Shut your mouth. This delusional ass. Final act. Oh! Oh my god. It's done. Yeah. Have fun. God's messenger. Oh boy. But yeah, he also. Oh. Is this why he. Whoa, what the. Yeah, what the. What? What? Why? What was that ending? Wait, so. Like, I guess it makes sense. Like, the the characters in the filler arc that we saw before in the, I forgot the name of that arc. The one where all the Zampaktos got like humanoid forms and they started rebelling against the Shinigamis. That arc. We saw all the Zampaktos in their actual form, and we saw his Zampakto's form as well, which was this one. So I thought since that was filler, I was like, oh, so these were just like something they made up to fill the gaps. But I'm assuming they made the characters based on the author's, I think, vision as to like, oh yeah, this person's Zampakta will look like this person's Zampakta will look like this. So I'm guessing they had the author's input in it when they made that filler arc. Otherwise, why would these two, or maybe they made it look like that? I don't know. Okay, this is Nemo, isn't it? Okay. Damn, I was looking forward to Kyoraku's Bankai, and there you go. We had it today. Okay, that's it. Right. So yeah, we had Lille Barrow versus Kyoraku today. Now, okay, so a few things. Like I was saying, I just thought that like the filler arc that we had in like back then, the Zanpakuto forms that we saw, they were because usually filler arcs are more like the anime studios. I think like they kind of like you know what, I have no idea. I have no idea like how the filler arcs work, like who makes them, like and what happens, because obviously they're not canonical. So I thought everything that happened there, like even the characters, I thought they were like made up, on the spot or something. But it turns out that wasn't. I guess that makes sense because we did see Sodeno Shirayuki as well. You know, um, I guess we technically didn't. Did we see Sodeno Shirayuki in? I cannot remember. Like in Thousand Year Blood War, did we see her? I think there was a section where Rukia used her Bankai, or before that maybe we saw her. I cannot remember. That's why I'm saying. So I guess it makes sense because that character model and back then the filler arc character models, they are the same. Here, similarly, this girl Ohana, her character model here and the character model back then, like so many years ago, I think like almost 10 years ago, when the filler arc aired, is the same. So I'm guessing every single Zanpakuto we saw there back then. For example, I remember Zabimaru. I remember Zabimaru. Zabimaru had two characters. One, like like I have forgotten. Like one was like a tall lady, another one was like a short character. I don't remember, you know, exact details. Then we had what's her name? Soifon's Zanpakuto was a little bee. Suzum. No, what was her name? I forgot. Anyways, and all these characters we saw Sodeno Shirayuki, we saw like the others that we saw, all the Zanpakutos we saw properly, and like so these characters Zanpakutos, the way they looked back then, I'm assuming that is like the canonical appearance as well, because I don't know, I just thought these weren't their canonical appearance. It was just something that they made up back then, but I guess not, like yeah. Anyways, so yeah, so today we saw Kyoraku's Bankai. Now I need to understand Kyoraku's power. Like for example, there's a few things that I could understand, few things I wasn't able to understand because I was reacting, I couldn't concentrate that much properly. But I'm going to go through the sections where he explained everything. So as far as I could understand, what I could understand from the reaction is that his Bankai is obviously not Bankai, sorry, his power, his Shikai was like as he explained, like was children's games, like different children's games, like the whole red light, green light, that one, the Dharma Sangha Koronda, that one. Then we have the Kageoni, that one as well. A few others he kind of like showed, and this is like the speciality of his Shikai is that like one game can start anytime, any moment, and that's what he explained. Like the thing that is like very scary about children's games is that you don't know which starts when and when it ends. So while using the whole Daruma Sangha Koronda, that one, he suddenly starts using Kageoni, that one, and then the other one, like it's just based on which is necessary at what point he was using that. So that is like his like Shikai's power, as we saw. And then obviously Lila Barrow used his shift. I think that's what it's called, isn't it? Shift. Correct me if I'm wrong. And after that, we saw him use his Bankai, and his Bankai was like, it was like divided into a few acts, and each act had a rule. As he said, that like the first rule was like he's going to share the wounds with the enemy. So since he was attacked like here, all those parts which was like holes in his body was shared by his enemy. So the wound starts appearing on his body. Second act, as far as I can remember, he explains, if the enemy starts feeling regret for wounding, then more wound is going to appear on his body, which he was feeling, because obviously since he's sharing the wound with his enemy, the enemy must have felt regret on wounding him, because that's why he's sharing it. And I guess that is why the second act, as the rule states, his full body starts like wound starts appearing on his whole body. And then we had like the final act where he where they both fell into the water, and as they explained, both of them, their race is going to get like depleted, um, and they're going to struggle there up until the very end. Now I remember Chioraku explained once before that there's a reason why he doesn't use his bankai. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. My memory is not that good because I've seen Bleach quite a long while ago. Um, I did rewatch it, but I didn't rewatch the full thing. I rewatched the final section a little bit, kind of, I guess. Or no, yeah, I kind of rewatched the whole thing, but still, I cannot remember. But I think Kyoraku said this once in one episode back then, and I thought back then, like, oh, why? What's the reason behind it? I guess that's the reason behind it, because his bankai is a bit peculiar. Like, as we saw, it's very strong, but he shares whatever is happening with the enemy, doesn't he? Because both of them were in the same place. As he said, he needs to get wounded first for the enemy to feel that wound. Otherwise it won't work. The first act, as we saw. I'm going to read the whole section, like little by little. And then, like obviously the final act, the third act, where we saw both of them were like inside the water, that part, So I guess, is that why he doesn't use his bankai? Because his bankai is kind of like self-destructive as well, in a way, if you think about it. um yeah, I guess, I don't know. You know what, I'm going to read that section. I'll understand, and after reading that section properly, I'll probably understand. But I guess that's what it is, and that is why he was like, I hope everyone is like, like far away, because it hopefully it doesn't, involve the others. But either way, that was it. Lilebaro is done for. Hopefully he's done for. Because we saw what happened with Pankajas. We thought that he's gone, but now he's just, he's going to come back out again, I think. So hopefully the same doesn't happen with Lilebaro. I just hope that this is the end for him. And like, out of all the the royal guards of the of Yuahabaha, like Lilebaro was the most annoying to me. Like, I even like, what's his name, Knucklevar more than Lilebaro, because Knucklevar was like, like this kind of like a trickster, cunning type of personality. He is like, he kind of speaks a lot and everything, but he has a reason for doing that. He tries to lower the enemy's guard for it. He's like a cunning type, sly type of character, which I can respect that. But this guy genuinely pissed me off from the very beginning, like from part one, because I don't know, he has this weird type of an attitude, like, this type of holier than thou attitude, and like, like looking down on everyone, this baseless confidence. And I just cannot tolerate these type of characters. So he pissed me off back then, and when he died, I was like, thank God, he's gone. But then he came back again, and I'm like, great. And now we see him gone again. Hopefully this is the end for him. I don't want to see him again. Good God. Like, he just pisses me off so much, this character. All the others are fine, like they're, but this guy has this weird type of a superiority complex, just pisses me off so much. Anyways, yeah. And there you go. And Kyoraku showed him what it means. Like, he was literally just disrespecting and looking down on the current head. Like, Kyoraku is the current head. He is the leader of everyone. Like that. Like, like he was being that cocky against him. I'm like, yeah, you know what? You deserve what came to you. Like, try to underestimate your enemy too much. This is what you get for it. Right. Anyways, and yeah, there you go. That is what happened today. Good episode. And yeah, we finally got to see Kyoraku's Bankai. Right now, a few other characters Bankai I want to see, hopefully. Okay, what's his name? Urahara. Yeah, Urahara. I want to see Urahara's Bankai. I don't know when that's going to happen. Hopefully, we see that. And maybe a few other characters who we haven't really seen their Bankais properly. We'll see. But yeah, for now, like on my list, Urahara. I want to see Urahara's Bankai. We've never seen it, like, and I cannot even imagine what it can be, because I don't know. I just cannot. I cannot like think of what his Bankai would be like. Like Urahara's a man of, like like a man of mystery. Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, we'll see. Hopefully in the upcoming episode. Oh, I forgot Kempachi. Zaki Kempachi's Bankai. Hopefully we see that as well. Like if he's that strong using his Shikai, I want to, but I feel like it'll be difficult. I don't even know if we'll be able to ever see his Bankai because his situation with his Zanpakuto is a bit peculiar. So again, if we can see his Bankai, that'll be crazy because he's that strong using his Shikai. I cannot even imagine what type of monster he will be if he can use his Bankai. Um, we'll see. You know what? There is a possibility we might see his Bankai because he knows his like Zanpakuto's name now, and they have been hinting this from the very first season that there's some kind of correction between him and Yachiru, you know, and also the fact that after he like gained his Bankai, his Zanpakuto's name, Yachiru suddenly mysteriously disappeared. Like all these things kind of always made me think that Yachiru is like probably Kempachi's Zaraki's Zanpakuto. Like I've always thought that from the very beginning. Like like even back then, like because the way Yachiru appeared in front of Zaraki Kempachi was so weird when they told us the story, as if like he suddenly met this girl in the forest like that, and he also said something like, oh, like like you also don't have a name, let me name you, like that whole thing as well, where he named her. So all of this like heavily indicate that like, and also the fact, as we saw, like Yachiu just disappeared after he got to know his Zanpakuto's name. All these heavily indicate that Yachiu is connected with his Zanpakuto. So again, there is a possibility we might see his Bankai, which I'm looking forward to if that happens. Anyways, yeah, for now, I'm glad we saw Kyoraku's Bankai. That was really good. Right. And there you go. That was today's episode. Now, that was that. Now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. Like I said, this I will have to read a few things now because I need to understand the details behind his Bankai. Um, okay. First and foremost, the first scene where Mari is laughing like a madman, and Ashigo Jizo suddenly something happens and like bursts from the inside. Now, like I said, I literally said this in the previous episode. I was like, Nemu was acting weird. It seems there is a possibility this might continue. It seemed like everything is over, but there's a possibility this might continue. Otherwise, why was Nemu saying those type of things? That was a flag, you know. And here we see it. And also another thing I said, I don't know if that's the exact reason why this happened, but there's another thing that I said, which was that since the nerve layers are outside, they cannot do anything from the outside. But he swallowed him. Ashido Zizo swallowed Parankajas. Inside, I don't think there's any type of nerve layers, is there? Because all his nerve layers are outside. So can't he just destroy him from the inside? I was thinking that in the previous episode. I don't know if that's the reason why what happened, but let's wait and see. Hopefully, like next episode, we get more explanation behind that. Either way, that's what happened, and that's where it ends. That's the end of the scene. From there onwards, we go to Kyoraku's whole thing. So after that, we see Kyoraku and the others are running away, and Lilebaro is analyzing them. Like I said, his attitude is just so so annoying and like so cocky, and he's like, oh, anyone who would be not afraid of the situation would be either a fool or they would be someone who would drag the whole team down. And as soon as he says that, that's so ironic because literally the person who wasn't afraid of him was the person who brought his downfall, and he was analyzing this person to be like the person who brings down the whole team. Good lord, like, yeah, he got his answer, and yeah, he got the appropriate response to underestimating his enemy, and that too an enemy who is literally the leader of the current like Soul Society now, Kyoraku. So yeah, Kyoraku stands, and as soon as he's like, oh, I got you, Lilebaro shoots and it hits his chest and like destroys it. And here obviously Lilebaro's like, oh, it's over. But then we see Kyoraku's like after, like image kind of thing, and like like his true body come and get him from the back. His gun is cut, and he's like, there you go, your gun is gone, now what? But as we see later on, he just regenerates it because apparently his gun is actually his bow, which makes sense, I guess. And since their bows are made with the reishi, he can literally remake it, so that sucks. Yeah. So okay, now one thing I didn't understand: how did Nanao come here that fast? Wasn't Nanao back there beside Kyoraku? Was that also an illusion? Like, I can understand Kyoraku's body being an illusion over there. What about Nanao? How did she just teleport from there to here? I didn't understand. Anyways, yeah. So here Kyoraku explains his his power. Obviously, the fact that it is related to children's play, like like games. Dharma Sangha Koronda, yeah, which is, I guess, a red line, green light in a more like in a like it's like the English translation or whatever. That's like the red light, green light thing. Like, I'm sure everyone knows about red light, green light now that Squid Game has come out and all that. But back then I remember I used to watch the whole Dharma Sangha Koronda back when I was a kid in the Takeshi's Castle. I don't know if people have watched it. It was like a game show type of thing that used to come on television. Takeshi's Castle. There was the whole Dharma Sangha Koronda, a game like over there where they used to consistently to participate like that. That's where I got to know that from, way back then. But I'm pretty sure everyone knows about this now. It's literally red light, green light, kind of, I guess. Okay, but here obviously Lilebaro has no idea. He's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, okay. So here Nano comes in. Like I said, I have no idea how she came here this quick. Either way, Kyoraku's like, go and tell everyone to head on without us. And at first Nano was like, oh no, I'm staying here. But then Kyoraku's like, please, like, go and and she's like, all right, like, then if you try, I'm going to tear out all your hair from your chest. Anyways, okay, so this is where Lilebaro says, like, according to our information, your Zanpakuto has the power of turning children's games into reality. So here we go. This is where I need to read this part. Kyoraku explains the rules. Okay, Dharma Sangha Koronda is a game where it looks back after they say the verse with the eyes closed. Yeah, eyes closed, kind of say Dharma Sangha Koronda and look back. Yeah. Whoever's caught moving, and when your eyes is closed and you're looking forward, people are trying to move closer to you. And like, and I guess like the rule is basically you have to say the full verse, like Dharma Sangha Koronda. You can say it in any way, like like I think like you can say it very slow to trick your like opponents, or start very slow and then quicken it up, like that, and quickly look back to trick your opponents, I guess. And if they are seen moving, it's done. Right. Okay, let me read the rules. There are 3 rules. Number 1, the that is the Oni, must be in a location where they can be seen by all participants. Okay, so he's the Oni here, I'm assuming, Lilebaro, while the opponent is Kyoraku. Yeah, so they can be seen by all participants. Okay. Number 2, if participants are caught by the or the Oni, they lose. Okay. Third, if the participants can touch the Oni before they're caught, yeah, they win. Yeah, okay, there you go, simple. So he says, oh, it's chocolate English. So there is a game like that, I guess. Okay. Okay, when you start playing that game, the spiritual pressure released by the Oni during an attack will always become visible to you. Oh, okay, that's why he's saying. I see, that's how he was able to see it. Because as he said, the rules mention it, that you have to be able to see the Oni. So that's what, okay. Then you are able to follow the shortest trail of the spiritual pressure to reach and touch the Oni before the Oni sees you, yeah? Meanwhile, the Oni sees an illusionary static image of you. Okay, wait. So, right. And that's what he was seeing, Lile Barrow. So that wasn't his true body which was attacked. Those rules appear to be very favorable to you at first glance, but if you're caught moving, you lose. Yeah. As long as I realize it's an illusion and catch the real you. Yeah, so he was looking at the illusion. Obviously, he wasn't looking at the original Kyoraku moving towards him. That's why he never caught him moving. That's why he was able to go close to him and touch him, which is by, attacking him. There we go. Right, here we go. Okay, I understand it now. I was kind of getting confused with the whole illusion thing, but it makes sense. Bravo, I'm glad you pick up are on the things quick. Okay. You're glad that was a mistake explaining the rules to me? True, because he literally said, like, gave out his trump card. That is an illusion, and that whole thing. But he's like, oh no, everyone should know the rules. Okay, the static image of me you saw earlier wasn't an illusion. Yeah, it wasn't him, but it was not an illusion. You did in fact see me. So, okay, all of us unconsciously relying on the sense of sight and Reikaku to see objects. As we focus on the battle, we start relying more on the Reikaku than our eyes, which makes sense. You need to feel him. So I solidified my spiritual pressure and left it back there so you could mistake it as the real me. Right, so basically, as he said, that since both of us are unconsciously using both our sights and Reikaku, while in the battle, we kind of move more towards the Reikaku thing. So that's what you were doing. And I took that as an opportunity to solidify my spiritual pressure over there so that you keep mistaking that for me, and I slipped out. And that's why you were never able to see the true me. And since you were never able to see the true me, I could sneak in and attack you according to the rules of the game. Okay. And he's like, yeah, you did. Who do you think I am? I'm Shinsui Kyoraku, the head captain of the 13 Code Guards squads. Anyways, after this, we see, all the others, underneath. They were like, oh, what should we do? Like I said, correct me if I'm wrong, this is Hinamori, isn't it? Like, but is this Hinamori really? Like, I cannot recognize her. Number one, her voice doesn't sound like Hinamori, so I might actually be wrong here. Like how I completely mistook that girl, if you remember in the previous episode, who got shot, to be some random other Shinigami, but that was that other girl from Ukitake's like squad. So correct me if I'm wrong, if this is Hinamori or not. Because I don't know, like the voice, I don't think this was Hinamori's voice. Hinamori's voice was more, I don't know, more softer, and maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I'm just misremembering. Either way, you know what? Whatever. So this is where Shinji says, like, but if Ukitake was here, what do you think that he would have done? He would have left everything to Kyoraku because he said so. Like we need to believe him. He's our leader. Yeah. There you go. And then we move on to the battle again. So Kyoraku and Lilebaro are fighting, and here you can see. Okay, Kage Oni. Okay, what is this game? This Kage Oni, what he said, is like, it's related to the shadows. I think. Oh, whose shadow you? Okay. Stepping on the shadow, that whole thing. Yeah. Okay, I kind of remember that. I think he used that against Stark as well. As far as I can remember. Yeah. So, yeah, and okay, this is where Lillebear explains his ability, the X-axis, as he says, like, like your shot cannot be missed. Basically, that. He shoots Kyoraku again, and he thinks like he's done it, but obviously he hasn't. As we see, Kyoraku's just behind him. And here we go. Did you see a shadow? The look on your face suggests you're wondering how I dodged it. But don't worry, as you said, I did not dodge it. You simply fire at an after image. It's called Kageukuri. It's a game of projecting a shadow you stare at to a different location. Yeah, so as he says later, like the scary part of his Shikai is the fact that how he can literally switch the games like at a hat, you know, at a drop of a hat. Like he's playing Darunaga Koronda, then suddenly he switches to that whole Kageoni thing, and then now this, like he's just switching it around according to his preference. Um, yeah, you never know when or what game is going to start. That is the scary part of children's games. And however, how much uninterested you might be, when like like if a kid gets you and grabs your hand, you have to play it. You have to play it up until the very end. You're caught. Unless and until you die. You're stuck playing until you're dead. Your hand's already been taken. Yeah, let's keep playing until we die, shall we? Yeah, and then he says, like, shows that his, like gun is also being cut, but then he just regenerates it, as we see, and he explains how it's his reishi. And then he also explains how he looked away from him for a momentary amount. That's why, again, the Daruma Sanga Koronda, like, the one that he shot, that was an after image again. Yeah, and he gets him, but this is where we see that Lilleberg opens his other eye and he explains that this is his other, like, thing. So basically, he doesn't open his other eye. He opens it in only in time when he's in mortal danger. But if he opens it 3 times, then he can keep it open. His body will become something that will penetrate you as well. So when he tried to, attack him with his sword, it didn't work. You know, yeah. And then he says, "There's no weapon that can kill me now." Right. And then he explains how he's like, apparently the Majesty's masterpiece. He's the first Quincy that got his power, this and that. And that's probably that made his ego so damn big. And he's so damn cocky and like, like prideful because of this. He acts as if he's like some kind of a like like some kind of a special type of being or whatever, and underestimates everyone. But yeah, this is where he uses his like power. And yeah, the shift, I think that's what it's called. And there you go. And now we have this weird looking butterfly horse thing. Yeah, and he kind of like attacks Kyoraku, and like Kyoraku's body is like riddled with holes. But thankfully he's able to get away from Kyoraku's able to get away from him. And then again the battle resumes. Kyoraku again runs away, and Kyoraku uses Kido for a moment to check if it works, but it doesn't work. Unfortunately, it doesn't even do a scratch. For a moment, we also get to see a little bit of Knucklebar and Ichigo, and Knucklebar is like talking to Ichigo and everything, and and it seems like he's also planning something. He's talking about the fatal amount, that whole thing, which is related to his power. Um, yeah. Okay, and then we see Kyoraku again runs away and is like at a distance, and now he's thinking hopefully like nobody gets dragged into this because he's getting ready to use his Bankai. So yeah, he uses his Bankai and everything just changes, like the color and everything. And he calls this world a world devoid of devoid of happiness. Yeah, that kind of thing. What is his name of his Bankai? Katen Kyokotsu Karamatsu Shinju. Okay, it's literally in the Bankai's name, Shinju. Shinju means double suicide, isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong. So his Bankai is a self-destructing Bankai, and that is why I think he explained this before. He never uses it, or he avoids using it unless and until it is very necessary. Again, I'm not 100% sure, but I think Shinju means like double suicide or something like that. You know. Um. Again, like I said, I might be wrong. It's just My Japanese, from learning, looking at and watching anime, like I might be completely off the mark. Um, the spiritual pressure, is it Kyoraku? Okay, Ichigo sees that, and everyone else is like seeing that. Lilebaro comes down and he's like, "Oh, like they've finally shown yourself." And Kyoraku's like, "Oh, what do you think about this world? What's your impression?" And he explains how he says that this world looks dark and lonely, full of despair. Yeah, and this is where Lilebaro again becomes too cocky. He's like, "Oh, we don't have information about your bankai, but it doesn't matter. I'll kill you before you use a bankai, or you are able to do anything about it." But yeah, this fool, he doesn't realize that he's already in the trap. And he attacks Kyoraku again, but then he realizes that the attacks are being reflected in his own body. And he's like, what is going on? And so this is where Act 1 starts. This is called Tamerai Kizu no Wakachiai. Okay, Tamerai Kizu no Wakachiai. Wakachiai means like sharing, I think. Tamerai Kizu. Kizu is wound. I don't know what Tamerai means. So I guess again the axe in itself kind of explains the effects of the thing. So as we see later on, as we hear, he tells us this shares the wounds. That's why Wakachiai means, I think, like mutual sharing. And Tamerai Kizu is wound. So I think like the rough translation is like sharing of wound or something like that. Okay, wounds inflicted on the enemy appear on oneself as if sharing them. Yeah, and then this part gets blown. But unfortunately, one cannot die from these wounds. Okay, he does say this, one cannot die from these wounds. Okay, so you're stuck like this. What are you talking about? How is this happening? Okay, I told you, this is what we call bankai. Yeah. Okay, Katen Kyokosu Karamatsu Shinju, the name of his bankai. No more talking between the acts. Please refrain silent during the performance. Now for Act 2. Okay, spot starts coming in his body. Zanki no Shitone. I have no idea what this means though. Zanki no Shitone. I don't know. A man who regrets wounding his adversary. I'm guessing it's similar translation to this. Regrets wounding his adversary, falls to the floor with from shame and suffers an incurable sickness, which is what's happening here. Now, who would regret? That's what he says, doesn't he? A man who regrets wounding his adversary, because that's literally what's happening. He wounded his adversary, which is Kyoraku. That's why he's sharing the wound now. That's why he regrets it now. And as soon as he starts regretting it, Act 2 starts. Where if you regret wounding your adversary, you're going to fall into the ground and you're going to be riddled with a sickness, which is what's happening to him now. Yeah, incurable sickness. Right, and it's like blood comes out from his body. Okay, and before you know it, Act 3, which is called, okay, both of them are underwater. Dangyo no Fuchi. Accepting their fate, they throw themselves into the rising water until the spiritual pressures are exhausted. Again, both of them are getting involved in this. So he's also in the similar situation. It's like a self, it's like, it reflects on him as well. He's also in the water. But obviously, Lilebaro has no idea. He tries to flutter away from here, but he cannot. And Kyoraku's like, stop it. You cannot do it. How much you flutter your wings, you'll not be able to get out of here. Okay, we threw us into the water, remember? Flap your wings all you want, but that's what's done is done. Okay, but it's not that you don't understand. Throwing oneself into icy waters can test one's resolve. And then the voice changes to Ohana's voice. But that's you being selfish. How disgraceful can you be? The disgrace of the man she saw herself to. Only pity keeps her with him and bound to this world. Isn't that right? Sakuranosuke, I guess that's his, name. Kyuraku's. It's been a while, Ohana. Okay. Ohana, really? You have some nerve calling me by that time when you play with me only once in a while. Which we know, like he doesn't use his Bankai because it involves him as well. It wounds him as well. And that's why she's saying that you barely, like play with me. Right. I'm sorry, Ohana. Don't be like that. Hmm. I see that your kimono is torn. That's what you'll get for wearing another woman's kimono. Okay, I'm guessing she's talking about Lisa, isn't she? Or is it Nanao? I'm not sure. Another woman's kimono. I have no idea. It might be Lisa, but it might as well. It might be Nanao or either. I have no idea because Lisa was previously Kyoraku's lieutenant. So before the whole Aizen situation happened. Serves you right. Okay. I may be mean, but I'm still your sword. You accepted me for better or for worse when we swore to die together, didn't we? Anyways, Lile Baro is like, what are you doing? Who are you talking to? And then he's like, oh, me, Shinigami's Bankai cannot kill me. And then he like tries to attack him. But then Kyoraku's like, yeah, a woman's pity is cruel indeed. She lends no ear to a petulant man. Around the throat of the man she loves is a glistening white thread soaked with regret. At least allow me to cut away that awkwardly tangled thread of a regret. And here we have the final act. Yeah. Which is, what is it called? Itokiri basai, Itokiri basami chizome no nodobue. Itokiri basami. Ito means thread. Kiri means cut. Basami. I have no idea what basami means. Chizome. Chi means blood, isn't it? Zome, again, no idea. No, nodobue. Nodo means throat, I think, or neck. Bue. So it's something related to thread, blood, and throat, which makes sense because that's what happens. He cuts his throat with the, with a thread. Yeah. And yeah, his throat goes and he bursts into, he dies. And he falls. And you can see Kyoraku also fall. The wound is like, I guess, the damage is also, he's also getting it. Or I'm not sure, if that's what happened. But, since he's in this water, I guess he's also getting affected. And then Ohana gets him, puts him in her lap. Occasional Bankai isn't so bad if I can rest my hand on your lap, Ohana. And he tries to pierce his other eye. Give me a break. It's the only eye I've got left. Just like me, how ironic. Yeah, they're like, like mirrors, or like you could say like very similar. And that's why she said, if you die, both of us die, or something like that, she said. Fate has a way of playing games with the Soul Reaper and his sword. Nonetheless, I'm glad you won. He's like, oh, well, you're awfully being nice today. And that's where it ended. Oh no, then wait a minute. Then he said something. Wait a minute. In the end, just a minute. He says Ohana and that's where it ended. I just don't know what the hell that was. Anyways, it ended in a very weird position. So we'll see, I guess, next episode. Anyways, that was it. That was today's episode. Great episode. Like I said, I was looking forward to Kyoraku's Banka, and we saw that today. Yeah, that was amazing, and it makes sense why he doesn't use his Bankai, because it's like a double-edged sword kind of thing. So he tries to finish others without using his Bankai, but now it was necessary. We were literally fighting one of the strongest people here. So yeah, we had to do it. So yeah, that is it. That was episode 9 of Bleach 1000-Year Blood War, the conflict. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Bleach. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.